Hello, I'm Jay the Kid 14, and I just decided that I wanted to tell a story. See, before I started off, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this now. I am bisexual, so I am a girl, and this is about me and how my ex broke up. Because, it's quite the story. Also, this is obviously my first time ever doing something like this, so please do not give me too much hate for it. It will get better later on in the future because I have a crappy Android phone, so the audio is probably gonna fucking suck, but hey, it's cool or whatever. I've known this person for about maybe 5 months. 3 months in, we started to gain feelings for each other. So we started dating, because why not? It was on February 18th is the day that me and her got together. And we were dating for about 2 months. And during those 2 months, she has lied to me about so many fucking things. Honestly, I'm disappointed in myself. Listen, I am a gullible person, so at the time, I believed this. I had to have one of my best friends tell me that she's fucking bullshitting me. She told me that these famous TikTok guys lived with her and that she had 2 houses and shit. Like, that's bullshit. Like, I couldn't even, and that I believed that. There was also, at my school, we would have to wait in the cafeteria, and, my girlfriend, she brought over her friends. See, now, our whole table, which is just me and three of my other friends, we are all like really quiet people. But if we want to, we can be really goofy and stuff. But like, my girlfriend's friends are really toxic and annoying. Like, I can't even. None of us wanted them there. And I talked to her about it. I was like, hey, listen, none of my friends really like your friends. And I get it if it's like, hey, this is your girlfriend's friends, you have to like them. No, you do not. You do not have to like them, especially these people. Because at my school, there are the three whores. There is the cheater, the whore, the thought. And those three bitches were my girlfriend's friends. Okay? And I did not like them at all. The whore one, whenever she found out that I was bisexual, was like, ooh, you better not have a crush on me. Bitch, no. I'm way smarter than that. Bitch, no. Ugh. Like, I sat next to her one day, and I swear to God, she smelled like the whole entire bikini bottom. I swear to God, she smelled horrible. Because there's a reason why she's known as the whore. And that's not nice to say, but like, come on, man. It comes to a certain extent when it's a week and she has a new boyfriend and she's already had sex with him. That come on. And most of the guys that like she gets with are really nice too, and it sucks for them. But anyways, she invited those friends over to our table, and we don't really like them because they're really bad people in general, not just because of what they do. They're really bad people. One of them used to bully one of my friends that were there, so yeah, I didn't like them. So I talked to my girlfriend about, I was like, hey, can your friends not stay here? Can you tell them to please leave? And she's like, yeah, sure. And she looks over to them, she's like, hey, can you guys leave? And they didn't even reply. She was like, oh well. She put in such a shitty attempt. Like, she didn't even, like, she's like, hey, can you leave? In a low tone voice. Like I could only hear her a little bit. Like, she was doing it as if she didn't want them to hear it. I could understand, like, they are not, like, they are, like, her friends, but she says that they're not even really her friends. She's only friends with them for the gossip. So I'm like, why do you care if they stay here or not, you know? But later on the line, I found out that she actually asked them to sit there with us. And she knows that I do not like them and for like what they have done and stuff. And if she doesn't like them, then why would she ask them to sit with us? That just doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm like, okay, she's being fake. But my dumbass was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay with her, you know, because that's the thing. Honestly, though, like, she was really nice. She's a really nice girl and shit, but, like, yeah, she lied, you know? And, it would come to certain points in the relationship where, like, other people would, like, ask me out and stuff, and I would always be like, I'm sorry, but no. I'm in a happy relationship with my girlfriend, and, there was this one guy who sexually harassed my girlfriend, and he had the guts to come over to our lunch table where my girlfriend was sitting right next to me, come to me, and try and give me a fist bump when he clearly knows that I'm in a relationship with her. I knocked his hand out of my way and I yelled at him. He was like, I'm sorry, I have short term memory. And I'm being honest, that's some bullshit, okay? And he's like, I have medication for it and stuff, you know? And I never remember doing that. And I don't know if this is rude or not, but like at the situation, I was really fucking upset. I was just like, okay, since you can't remember sexually harassing my girlfriend, hopefully you remember this. She is mine, not yours. You cannot touch her in any way that is inappropriate. She is mine, not yours. And, yeah, that kind of stuff happened. But I never really got anything back from her. And about like the girl asking me out, yeah, I told my girlfriend about that. I didn't want to say the girl's name who asked me out because like I felt like that was her problem, you know? Because I didn't want anyone to like fight or anything. So I was like, yeah, this girl, she asked me out, but I told her no because I was in a happy relationship with you, you know? I always stuck up for my girlfriend and what she believed in and stuff. And me and her, we got along pretty good, you know. Um, we were together for about, yeah, 2 months. And, it came to the point where she was like, hey, do you want to come over to my house? Because, like, I miss you so much. And I'm like, I miss you too. Like, this happened during, like, the whole entire quarantine stuff. We couldn't see each other. School was out because of it. And we haven't seen each other in a long time. We always stayed in contact. And she was like, hey, man, I really miss you. I wish I could go over to your place. And I'm like, I could ask my parents and see. And she's like, okay, cool. And so, like, I was asking my mom, like, hey, can I go over to my girlfriend's house? And by the way, she knew about my girlfriend. And she was like, okay, sure. Well, when are you going and what, like, you know, like, when are you going and where does she live? And my girlfriend told me where she lived and stuff and when I could go. And I told my mom that. And she's like, okay. I was supposed to go over to her house on Tuesday. Tuesday came around and I was like, hey, what time should I be there? There was no reply. And I went and I texted my mom like, hey, she isn't replying to any of my texts, so I don't think I'm able to go. And she's like, okay. My girlfriend never replied or anything. And I would constantly text her like, hey, are you okay? You know, like, hello, you still there? No reply for 2 weeks. She hasn't talked to me. And then my friends, they sent me a picture on from Instagram. It was her account. It was like, yeah, this it was my girlfriend's account and stuff. And I don't have Instagram, so I really don't know how it works and stuff. But basically, it had like a couple facts about her on there. It's like, yeah, this is my name. This is my age. It's like, I have way too many. It's like, yeah. This is my name. This is my age. I have way too many toxic friends. But one thing that caught me on like the little thing is that it said single on there. I was like, wait, hold up. And the girl who sent me that, she's one of my close friends. I've known her for years. I can trust her. She will never lie or do anything like that because she's too sweet for that. And I've known her. I don't have friends like that. You know, I'm just not in that crowd. And her girlfriend that she suspected was cheating on her was following her. And I was like, ooh, I don't like the look of this, you know? Because, like, my girlfriend hasn't talked to me 2 weeks. Her girlfriend hasn't been talking to her either and has been suspected for cheating. And I was like, what? And we went more and deeper into it, you know? And it turns out that my friend's girlfriend follows my girlfriend on basically everything. So I'm like, they never talk in school. So why are they following each other? And they know each other. So I was like getting really nervous because I was like, what if she's cheating on me? But I wasn't 100% sure. So my friend, she has the same class with her. And on Google Classroom, she searched up classes and looked for her name. And her name was there. That was her name. And it was positive that that account was my girlfriend. And I broke down into tears. It was horrible. I I left the room and I went to the bathroom, turned on the faucet sink and bathtub, and just bawled my eyes out. I was thinking, like, why would she do this to me? I was trying to be a good girlfriend, like, you know what I mean? But, like, it just. And then she goes and does this. I'm like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. And so, yeah, after my friend convinced me to come back to the room, because, like, you know, she went in there to the bathroom, she knocked, and I answered, and she would just see if I was okay. She's, like, my best friend. Another good friend of mine, like, a really good friend of mine. I've known her since 4th grade, and, so, like, she went in, she checked in on me, and, she made me feel better, and we went back into the room, and I was pissed at this point. I was in tears, but then I was pissed. I got the picture, I sent it to her, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And she didn't reply. Like, I kept on calling her over and over. One of the calls, like, as soon as it started ringing, it just hung up. So I was like, oh yeah, she knows I'm calling her, but she's just ignoring my ass. So I'm like, ooh, that fucking call ended way too early, you know? And I kept on calling her and calling her. But I was so done with her shit that I was just like, I'm breaking up with you. But as soon as I did that, she finally answered. She's like, oh no, that was when me and Michael were dating, which was her ex, okay? It's like that old. And I'm like, oh, nice to finally hear from you in like 2 fucking weeks. Why haven't you texted me? And also, how else am I supposed to fucking react and shit? And she was like, I was grounded. And I was like, but that doesn't make any sense. Your parents knew I was coming over that day, and they ground you from your phone. That doesn't make any sense. Like, huh? And then she finally answers when I tell her that I'm breaking up with her. She's like, yeah, I was I wasn't doing any of my chores and I was just gaming, so I got grounded. And that just went on a whole entire fucking thing, right? And I decided, you know what? Since we're talking about this, I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the topics of her lying to me. So I brought those topics up, and she was still going along with, yes, this is all true, and stuff. So I was like, okay, send me a picture with you and these famous TikTok guys that you apparently live with and are your brothers. And she's like, okay, hold on, give me a second, right? Almost an hour passes and she still hasn't answered. And I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking pissed at this point. And so I'm just like, how long does it take you to fucking Photoshop yourself in a picture with these guys? I mean, like, wouldn't you already have a picture with them? They are family, right? There is still no fucking response. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then it even goes as far as to the point where she pretended to be her dad. And I was like, what? He's like, hey, it's her dad. I have her phone right now because I need to do something with it. Bitch, that's the most biggest lie I've ever heard. Like, she's even lying to me on the phone, and it's so obvious. And I know my girlfriend's grammar, because in the first text that she sent me, in the end, it said, it old, and now she's saying, it her dad. I know her grammar, so I was like, this is still you. You ain't slick. And that went on a whole entire fucking thing. And it went down to the point where she finally cracked. She's like, okay, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, where's the picture? And she said, I don't have one. Then I was like, then why would you say hold on if you don't even have a picture? That doesn't make any sense. Why? What? See, the friend that I was talking about, she is here with me, and she's just shaking her head in disappointment because of how fucking stupid this is. It just doesn't make any sense. And, it even went as far as, like, I would be like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And I pulled up the top about, like, her friends fucking coming over and sitting with us. And we told her not to bring them over here. And she says that she didn't, but she did. You know, that topic came up. And, ooh, it was a whole fucking thing. She even try to make me feel guilty and shit. And, by the way, my friend, she took my phone, like, I let her have my phone, because, like, I couldn't text her or anything, like, I was just so mad and shaking, I just couldn't, so I gave the phone to my friend, and she started texting her and shit, and, after she was done, like, texting my ex, who is not my ex, about all the shit that she's been doing to me, and that she hasn't been talking to me in weeks. She's been lying to my ass about the most dumbest ass shit. And she tried to make me feel guilty. Like, it's like, you know what? Since you want to think that I'm such a fucking liar and shit, why don't you just leave? I'm better off dead. And she was just like, sweetie, I know you're not going to kill yourself over a breakup. That's going to be stupid. Like, why? And she's like, I got other problems at home that you don't need to know about and shit. And I'm like, if you have problems at home, then you need help, okay? I would be happy to help you, but you never opened up to me. You know? I would have helped her, but she never talked to me about her problems. And we even talked about how, like, I want our relationship to be built on trust and honesty, and she agreed. And so I was like, so, like, that was a lie too? And she's like, no. And I was like, yes, because you've been lying to me, and you don't trust me. And I understand, like, if she needs to trust me and stuff, you know, I get that 100%. But, like, she lies to me about everything. And even before we were dating, she even lied to me still. She tried to make me feel guilty about shit. And I even tell her straight up, you're not going to play the guilt card on me, sweetie. That doesn't work. You know? And she was like, you were the only thing that was keeping me going. I'll go ahead and try and live for others since I can't do that with you. And I was like, stop trying to live for others and live for yourself. And so after that, I was just done with her. I was done. I deleted her number and I said goodbye to her. It was officially over. After that, I just felt so much better about all the things that she's been doing to me. It may not seem like a big deal to a lot of people, but for me, I'm a quite sensitive person and I hate liars so much. It wasn't even the things that she was lying to me about. It was the fact that she was lying to me and that every single thing that she said in that whole text message was just a whole bunch of lies. She even told me once that she loved me. Bitch, love me my ass, because all she's been doing is fucking lying. So yeah, that was my recent breakup. It's nothing like how I usually post things. This is more on like a serious topic. But I just decided, hey, this might be something cool to do. And this video is quite fucking long, but I think it's fine. It's fine. And if you've watched to the very end, thank you so much. And please subscribe and like, because, you know, that'd be nice. Anyways, bye-bye. Have a nice day. Hope quarantine is good for you and that your lives are going good. Anyways, peace.